I've had to remake this like 12 times, but we are going to be making pot roast in the crock pot over there. And we're doing this because my plan for the rest of this year and for next year is going to be um, remaking old videos and making them better quality and perhaps a little bit improved on the recipe. And another thing that we're also doing is we're doing this because my mom wanted to learn how to make it because she saw it apparently and it looked good. And I'm going to teach her how to make it, and I'm also going to teach you guys how to make it again. Also feel like I didn't do a very good job of showing y'all anything in the first one. So we're going to be doing this step by step with me narrating. And yeah. So let's get started. Also, since we're in the holidays, you will probably see a video of me cooking a turkey and me making Jewish brisket too. So be on the lookout for those. Although I can't promise the brisket one because it's hard to find brisket around here. So if you're in eastern North Carolina, specifically like Kinston, Goldsboro, Greenville, and you know a place where I can find some, let me know because I've been having trouble finding some that's not corned beef. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. Alright, you want to take a roast cut. I say roast because these do pretty well with slow and low cooking. I would not recommend rump roast just because I've had troubles with that particular cut. If you haven't, then do whatever you want. I have this shoulder blade cut here that I got on sale. And honestly, that's the only way I'm getting beef these days, so there's that. Oh, yeah, this is fun. Reminds me of deer silver skin. Anyway. I like cutting mine into bite-sized pieces. Some people like to leave theirs whole. But I also have children, and my children are vacuums when it comes to food, so it's best to do this. And I'm probably going to just speed through this part of the video because I don't think anyone wants to watch me cut meat for like 10 minutes. Alright, and here you have your meat, and we are going to go ahead and season it. Alright, so we're going to add thyme, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and of course, onion powder. And we are just gonna mix these together. We're gonna let that sit here for a few minutes while we prep our vegetables. Alright, so we have 3 freshly washed potatoes, tiny carrots, because we don't really like carrots, celery, 1 head of garlic, and 1 yellow onion. And we are going to cut all these bad boys up. I'm going to leave the skin on the potatoes, just because, but I'm going to cut these last because they brown if you leave them out in the air too long. So, with movie magic, these are going to be getting cut to pieces in a minute. Alright, and this is what this looks like. I ended up not using this potato or this half of the onion because I felt like this should be enough potato to meat ratio. We will see. So now, you want to put all this in a bowl. reason I cut the garlic like that was so we could get more flavor. But we are going to go ahead and put this and our meat in our crock pot. Alright, so in a mug or something that can tolerate heat, I'm going to put 2 things of beef bouillon in here. You can use beef broth. I just do not want to use beef broth because I don't like the taste of the store-boughtness. And we are going to add hot water to this. So, here you go. Make sure you pour this in and someone doesn't accidentally think it's coffee or tea in this. Unless they like broth like this, which some people do. But we're going to mix this in together, and you want to make sure that your cubes is low. You can also use bouillon powder or like the bouillon paste, like Better Than Bouillon that I see people use a lot of. But you will need this. Alright, that's what that looks like. So now that that's nice and dissolved, we can add this to our stuff. Alright, now that I got my little setup, we are going to turn this thing on low. And we are going to throw this bad boy in here. We're going to throw our vegetables. And we are going to mix it all together. All right, so that looks like a good ratio of meat and vegetable to me. Anyway, we're gonna add in our hot broth. You're gonna have to go look for him, buddy. And we're going to add a pack of brown gravy mix. Now, if you're concerned about the amount of salt in this, or you have high blood pressure or whatever, you can omit salt or use lower sodium things. That's totally fine. You know, especially because health insurance these days is crazy. I should know. That's what I work in. So if you don't want to do this next step, I totally understand. As you can tell, the bottom is already cooking a little bit from how hot that broth was. You do want to make sure there's some liquid in this at least. And we're going to add just a teeny bit more water because the gravy broth is going to thicken up with cooking. And as you can tell, my toddler over here is trying to mess with the tripod. It's also going to thicken up with how long it's going to cook. So we're going to need to add some water. Just a little. Actually, just a teeny bit more. There we go. It's going to kind of look more like beef stew for now, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and season it one more time. We're going to add salt. I'm not going to put too much in. We're going to do some black pepper. This is garlic powder. Onion powder. Oh. Hola. Oh, yeah. And thyme. Again, if you feel like there's too much salt in this, you can always substitute or not add. It's up to you. And now we're going to throw the lid on this bad boy and let this cook for about 8 hours, which means it will probably be ready around 6 o'clock. So we will see you in 8 hours. And see you in 3 hours. And this is our pot roast after 8 hours. I know this camera doesn't really help, but it smells great in here, you guys. And it looks beautiful. Now we're just going to keep it on the warm setting so I can make something for dinner. Well, not for dinner, but as a side dish for this. So, there you have it. Roast beef.